Okay, friends. So I hope you have at least thought over a little bit about the subject that we discussed last time, that how limitless immortality is ever-existing, eternal. Limitations, mortality is a passing phase. We shall see that principle everywhere in this universe. Please listen to it, see it, recognize it immediately. Mortality is natural. You don't look for mortality as much. Your body, everything in this universe continuously changing, dying. Immortality also equally natural, effortless. Mortality has no problem. Immortality has no solution. Mortality is no fear or anxiety. Immortality is not fearlessness or relief. Is the I thought who feels I am mortal, is the I who craves for I am immortal. So see the point. Mortality is not a problem for itself. Immortality is not a problem for itself or a solution for itself. I am mortal, that identity with mortal condition frightens the I. So in the universe where there is no sense of I, individuality, there is no fear. Think of it. These flowers, objects, space, air, fire, water, earth, the whole universe continuously changing. Changing universe has no frightening noise. The same point where you see mortality, something dying, changing, the same point there is immortality. And that principle is same everywhere in the universe. People go to places, they go from place to place, they don't recognize, and then what will they say? So difficult to reach the universe. They don't understand, universe is not a place. Universe means which includes the whole physical existence. You can move from place to place, natural. The limitations of the places are natural. Chennai is not London. London is not Himalayas. Himalaya is not my village. Limitations of place is natural. The same point, universe is existing, that is also natural. Universe has reached you before you reach the universe. Before you have a sense of being away from it, it has already reached you. Like immortality has already reached us even before we try to think of immortality. Same way, mortality also has reached us. Mortality, continuously changing phenomenon, is natural. Immortality, in and through the mortality, existing at all times, all places, on all conditions, that also is natural. Mortality has no problem. Immortality has no problem, no solution. Mortality has no problem, no solution. I am mortal. Just catch that one. I. In your dream, in your deep sleep, what is your fear? Because you are not there. One word. See it clearly. Sounds are natural. You don't have to produce it. It is happening all over. Silence is natural in you. Understand? Silence is natural in you. Speaking needs effort. Sound doesn't need your effort necessarily, unless you want to produce sound. But sounds are natural all over the world. As you are walking down, without making a little bit of noise, the birds are singing, the vehicles are passing, people are talking, air is blowing, waterfall falling. Every type of sound, natural. Sound is not a disturbance. Silence is not a relief. I don't like the sound. I want to be quiet. Just see that point. Exactly same way, friends, now that you have been listening to it, shift your attention to your thoughts. Your inner universe, you shall see two distinct things. Thoughts are natural. You don't have to produce, listen carefully, you don't have to invoke a thought. Just close your eyes in your inner universe. Two things are absolutely natural. The thoughts of many kinds, memories, they just come and go. You don't have to look for one, wait for one. It just comes and goes. As much the thoughts are natural, that much consciousness natural. Do you produce your consciousness? Or you are conscious? Do you produce your thought? Or thoughts are happening? Thoughts are not a problem to themselves. Either the consciousness is a mystery or a problem to itself. Again, same thing, one thought, I. I don't know why these thoughts are coming. I want to be quiet. You completely are oblivious, unaware of the fact. Where there is sound, same point there is silence. Where there is mortality, same point, immortal. Now listen to that aircraft. It produces sound in silence. Now it disappears. Silence is not left behind. Silence is always there. The aircraft carries its noise with itself. Our ears have limitation. The sound is still continuing somewhere. It is beyond the reach of our ears. So ears have no problem recognizing a sound. Ears have no problem recognizing a silence, reporting a silence. Again the same problem. I don't want the sound. Why everybody is talking around me? Why there is so much noise? I want wind, I want silence. Oh, as though unless you want it, silence will disappear. One thought. Same thing inside. Please observe your thought. The moment you close your eyes, natural. Thoughts are natural. Ajivin. Being conscious is natural. Nobody has talked about it to us from childhood when we are growing up. Nobody has talked about it. Ajivin, the moment you open your eyes, two things are natural. Forms and colors, natural. You don't create a form to see it. You don't create the colors to see those things, nor do you create the space, which is not a form. Has no color, no form. Natural. But the I thought, I don't like this form, I don't like this color, I want all these things to disappear. Only one thought. The I thought is not natural. Think, friends, you must see it very clearly. The I thought is not natural. If it is natural, listen carefully, solid logic you can give it. You can't get rid of it. Please get out of your, if something is a part of you, sounds of many kinds you can't just get rid of. You can close your ears. That doesn't mean sounds are not happening. Silence, you cannot get out of it. Even if you produce the biggest noise, either somebody doing it or yourself talking, silence is always there. Whereas I thought, all thoughts can exist. I thought is not needed unless you invoke it. And I thought is not needed for the consciousness to exist. You can live with it comfortably. You can live without it comfortably. Because you are not a thought. As much you live with every thought, and memories are absolutely wonderful, a blessing. Without a memory, friends, as they say, if you forget your past, you are condemned to repeat it. The child has touched once fire, it will not touch it again. He has bitten by or frightened of a snake and seeing the people dying of snake bite, they will not consciously, they go there unless they wish to die. Memories are very precious in life. The I thought is one block, that's a good word to use for that. That's a block, absolute, lovingly you can call it murkha, Buddha, idiot, never learns from its mistakes. Never. The same I gets angry 100 times, hates 100 times, jealous 1,000,000 times, frightened 1,000,000 times. In fact, the misery of life is the history of the I. Every miserable moment you have created for yourself. Understand it clearly. I thought doesn't create either the mortality or the immortality. So everything that comes with mortality, uncertainty, fear, anxiety, it comes because of the I. I don't want it. And craving for immortality, as though it is not there. Understand? Do one thing, friends, today when you go back home. When you are alone, and if you are a big family also, choose to be alone in a house or get out to some place. When you are alone, sit down. Observe your mind, close your eyes and ask yourself, who is talking inside? Just ask yourself, you are all alone, who is talking to you? Who starts the conversation? A thought comes by itself. Listen carefully. You are not creating your memories. When you are sitting down quiet all alone, you are not creating your memories. You are already with the created memories. And these memories do not come either to entertain you or to persecute you. The thoughts are coming. A thought by itself is not a conversation, it's just a thought. Ask yourself, are you a thought that comes and goes, or you are conscious in whose presence thoughts come and go? And ask the next question, who is fighting with the thoughts? Who is? Who is that? Who gets bored with the thought? Who is afraid of the thought? Who is craving for a thought? Who? Are you conscious because you are craving for consciousness? Are you conscious because you are choosing to be? If you are choosing to be conscious, you can choose to be unconscious also. Please be unconscious. All alone you are in the place. Thoughts come and go. Self-consciousness always there. You don't need to say, I am thinking for thoughts to come. Nor you need to say, I am conscious to be conscious. Thus, friends, you can see, thoughts are natural, consciousness is natural, mortality is natural, immortality is natural, universe is natural, a point in space also is natural. No conflict, no mystery, nothing until I thought comes up. I am only here, I am not in London, I am not in Madras, I am not in Himalayas, I am not with my father, mother. Who is doing that? And you have made universe as a place, very difficult to reach the universe. Hey, universe is not a place. Every point is a place. Universe is not a place. It is in and through every spot. A thought is an identity. Consciousness is not an identity. Consciousness is the reality. Because whenever a thought comes, you are conscious of the thought. Because of the thought, you are not conscious. Because you are conscious of the thought. So the moment you close your eyes, two natural things. One is thought, other is your self-consciousness. How can you miss it? I think I told you the last class one point. When you step out of your room, look at the vast space. There will be many things you may miss in the space. There are millions and billions of things, trillions of things. Even in a small place like a garden, you may miss out few trees, few plants, few insects, but you can never miss out on space. You get into the room in the darkness, put on the light. When you look at the lit up room inside, you may miss out on few things that are existing in the room. But can you ever miss the light that lights up everything? Same way within. When you close your eyes, you may miss out on many thoughts. You start chanting, few words come, few words will not come. You may miss out on a few thoughts. Can you miss out on being conscious? This missing or not missing is something that the I thought drags onto itself. I can't remember. I want to remember. I don't want to remember. The conflict of any kind, search of any kind, struggle of any kind belongs to only one thing, I thought. That is why, friends, you shall see now, this I, the individual, last class I just finished with that, I'll begin with that. Now, three fundamental urges of this individuality, the I, human being. Three fundamental urges. One is to live and live forever, immortality. Nobody wants to die. Next, once your living is assured, you want to live happily and happily forever. And once you are alive, comfortable, curiosity takes over. What is this star? What is this planet? What is this water? What is this ocean? What is this desert? What is this mountain? What is that man thinking? Where is he going? Curiosity. Knowledge. You want to live and live forever. You want to be happy and happy forever. You want to know and know everything. Three fundamental urges of every individual, only human being. Animals do not do that. Trees have no such concern. Mountains do not whisper. Stars, galaxies shining all over. They don't have any struggle to understand the mystery of the existence or their own presence. Listen carefully. Now we shall change a little bit. As a child, listen please, no child ever struggles to be immortal. Why? Listen carefully. This is such a beautiful point came and I want to share with you. Please think for yourself. A child, when you are young, your own childhood remember, you are the best book in the universe. Look at yourself, everything shall open up. But unfortunately, we are always busy. Why the other person is, how is he dressing, what is he doing, what is he thinking, what is he eating, what is not eating, why is he coming, why is he not. Your whole attention in life is always on others. Think of it. The child has not yet started about others, thinking about others. Listen carefully. And the child is not afraid of death. When you are a child, a baby, you have no sense of being alive or being dead. And watch out, because the body is freshly minted, as though, freshly minted in the press. The body is freshly coming out of mommy's womb. 99% children come normal, everything is okay. And there is no, let's say, disease. And even if there is a disease, parents are there to take care. When you are 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, it's a new, brand new machine. The thought of death never passes your head. Remember your childhood. When did you first think of death? Even when you see your grandfather is dead. Somebody is dead, our father is something dead. Dead. So everybody cries, so you cry. But you are not afraid. Because the body is so young, so fresh. Nobody thinks of living because they don't think of being dead. You just take it for granted, and the priority, the greatest priority, the most important thing that you give the total priority at that age is happiness. Child wants to be happy, doesn't want to cry. Whatever he wants, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Nobody can, I want to leave, I want to leave. No child cries ever. Think of it. Few days back, this thought came over, my eye was destroyed. I said, wow. Craving for life is not for the child. Only when the individuality is there with an idea, I am getting old, I am dying, you shall crave for escaping mortality. You want to be alive. So the most, if you say most fundamental, all the three are fundamental urges of human being. To live and live forever, to be happy and happy forever, to know and know everything. These are the three fundamental urges for every human being. But no child is aware of struggling to live and live forever, because body is freshly minted. No disease. You are 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, little cold this here and there. You don't think of it. Your parents are worried about your living and dying, but you are least. Go to the... I saw it. Go to a cancer ward, children's cancer ward. There is a huge difference between a children's cancer ward and an adult cancer ward. In adult cancer ward, there is death, shadow of death everywhere. Everybody is worried, miserable. Any day they can pass, waiting for death. They are certainly not living. Go to children's cancer ward. Hundreds of toys are given to them and everybody is busy playing. Go and see. Because my brother had that, I had a chance to go there. And there is a palliative care. Palliative care means when the people know that they are terminal, they can't do anything, so they bring them all together. Take care of them. Adults waiting for death. Children playing along. They're all dying. So they're in palliative care. As soon as possible, as far as possible, let there be no pain, let them have a painless death. But children don't care. They're fighting for the toys, playing with the toys, taking this, taking that. Somebody comes and gives them food, they don't understand they should eat that food or take that medicine. Nothing. Think, friends, without the I thought, there is no fear, anxiety, or pleasure and pain. Nothing. But each person has completely identified with that one thought. And especially in our modern sort of educational system, making this strong individuality is the priority goal. You must have a strong individuality. Meaning, nobody is better than me. Oh. And you are so frustrated. Because you want to be the alpha male or alpha female. Unfortunately, you are on a receding track where life is ebbing out, youth is passing out. You may be rising to be the number one, but once you reach the number one, the way up or down is only down. Once you are on the top, there is only one way you can go, down. You want to be 20, 25, muscular, healthy. After that, way down. You are the richest man in the world. Way down. Think of it. And who is frightened? This I. The whole system in education is to create a strong individuality. So everybody wants, how do you create a strong individuality? Gather something which is strong. PhD is the highest degree, so everybody must be PhD or postdoctoral. Being a billionaire is a strong, so get the billions. So you are prodded, you are pushed to get something which is strong for you to be strong. If money gives you security, get money to feel secure. Power gives you security, get the power to be secure. Youth is security, try to remain young. It's all a yes. Economics, they say diminishing marginal utility. Everything is diminishing. It's not increasing. Yes, in the beginning you think you are growing. But soon the slope begins. And that is the time your resistance comes. Who is doing that? I. So when the secular world means not only they don't believe in a God, but also they don't even believe in a self which is absolute. Only individuality is the prime focus. That is why today the families break down. Individual is confused. Forget accepting somebody. You can't even accept yourself. You can't accept yourself. Why this compulsive cosmetic surgery? You are not satisfied with your own body. You want to change your body. Extension, change your job, change your wife, change your husband, change your spouse, change your belief, change your faith, change everything. Because this individuality cannot remain satisfied with anything which is falling apart. And in the secular world, that is taken as a natural. Death is frightening. Don't talk about immortality. Don't talk about divinity. Don't talk about, happiness at all times, all places, and all conditions. Do not talk about all-knowing nature of the individual self. Nobody is ready to listen to it. So the child craves only for happiness. Grown-up babies, 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old also crave for happiness. Until the whispers of death begins, stomach upset, incurable disease. Other people dying also doesn't frighten you because you have got a strong sense that I shall be living forever. And I'm happy, I don't need to know about death. That is why when youngsters, by chance they show little interest in the understanding this topic, what shall they say? This is not the age. This is not the age. Go, get a girlfriend, get a boyfriend. No, not one, you can have 5, 10 also. Try until you find one which is really suitable, your soulmate. Yes. Get this job, this thing, that thing. You are not supposed to talk about death. You are not supposed to talk about the end. So every novel will begin. The boy meets the girl and they walk into the sunset. The sun sets before even it rises. Think of it, friends. The child craves for only happiness. Immortality has not yet come. And many people die as grown-up children. Frustrated, miles to go before I sleep, I could not marry, I could not get this thing, I could not have a job, I could not have this, I was unhappy, miserable, nobody gave me, nobody took it, everybody is to be blamed. So the child craves only for happiness. That is why you can see in Tattva classes, we begin with happiness. What do you want? What do you want in life? People don't know they want happiness. They think they want things. As a child, you go on things. Balastavat kridasaktah, tarunastavat taruniraktaha, bruddhastavat chintamagna, parame brahmani kopina lagna. Shankara's immortal declarations. Every word is like that. Balastavat kridasakta. Child is busy playing. Tarunas, with what are you playing? Child is playing with the toys, non-living toys. Electronic toys, our generation. Then, tarunastavat taruni rakta. Once your body, your own body becomes a toy. The body was playing with the toys. Listen carefully. The body was playing with the toys. And your own physical body becomes a beautiful toy, great toy. You can play with your whole body, top to toe. I want to run. I want to climb the mountain. I want to swim. What is the toy? The body is the toy. Previously, you were making the artificial car to run, battery operated, the car will run. The child was thrilled, now makes the body run. Give the body, give the 20-year-old one small toy car, go, think of it. Think of it. Now, he wants to go walking, running, climbing the mountain. Body toy, he wants to play with. Your body is a toy, another body also is a toy. Tarunastavat taruni rakta. The girl is interested in a boy, boy interested in a girl, boy, boy, girl, girl, boy, girl, girl, million combinations. Married without living together, somewhere there, some is this, million combinations. Listen carefully. For what? Happiness. Are you thinking of death? When you are 15 years, 20 years, 30 years old, are you thinking of death? 2 years after marriage, somebody may die. Nobody even looks for a physical checkup. Why? Taken for granted, I will be there alive. The I thought that time is totally lost in the search for happiness, comfort, power, importance. If you ask the question about the source of this I, what am I looking for? Why are you asking these questions? This is not the age. Go. Travel around the world. Get friends. Boy, girl, man, you are getting that point. This is not time for looking for God. This is not time for looking for self. This is not time for looking for happiness. Do not. Oh. So looking for immortality has got a specific time. Looking for happiness has got a specific condition. Looking for all knowledge, a specific condition? No, sir. Call it immortality, call it happiness, call it all knowledge, all one and the same, which you shall see. Think of it. So the growing youngster doesn't think of death at all. Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. And friends, if you look for that happiness, where shall you find it? Those things we have already covered it in our beginner classes. Where do you find it? In the object there is neither happiness nor unhappiness. It can give you comfort and discomfort. Comfort and discomfort is physical. Happiness or unhappiness is mind job. Mind job is mental condition. Mental condition means what? When do you say you are unhappy? Listen, when do you say you are unhappy? A thought is there, object is not there. You are missing the object, including your physical condition. A thought is there, you have got a growth on your thighs. What are you looking for? That thought should go. The thought there is a boil on my thighs kills you. That is why people are hypochondriac. They may not have anything wrong, but a thought kills them. I think I have cancer. I think I have a heart condition. I think my stomach has a growth. Some nonsense. What are you trying? The thought is there, bugging you. So you go for a checkup. Why? So that thought goes away. When the report comes, there is nothing, no growth. Appa, relief. What was it was not there, what pain can you get? Are you getting that point? If the pain, object, the very growth is not there, what pain can you get? Imaginary. And when you see this, Appa. So what gave you relief? Absence of the object or the absence, the thought disappear. And what gave you pain? Not the presence of the object, the presence of the thought. So when that happens, everybody thinks, absence of thought gave me happiness. That's why you make the mistake. Every moment of happiness, you are returning to yourself. Listen. But while enjoying this happiness, we'll go to the fundamental. While enjoying this happiness, nobody wants to know that he is happiness itself. You are literally lost in looking for, craving for, grabbing so-called happiness or objects of happiness. Until what all you are craving for, in the food you are looking for happiness, your stomach gets cancer. Will you enjoy food now? Your liver gets fatty liver. Your heart artery is blocked. We get too much of fat and sweet. Diabetic. When these hints come because of the search for food, indulgence, denial, and the body starts sending the message of deterioration and death, suddenly you start thinking, give up everything, give up, give up, give up. Why? First priority you discover at the later stage of life that I must be alive to enjoy. Are you getting that point, please? I must be alive to enjoy. Childhood, youth, what is the condition? I must be enjoying to be alive. The whole equation changes. No more you are desperate, I must enjoy to be alive. No. I'm living to eat. But when the eating becomes too much, I must eat to be alive. The moment you get that hint of death, the body is going upside down. Pain. Any part of the body. Suddenly you wake up, oh, any time the body will go. Now what is your priority? I want to live. How long? Forever. You wake up to the second, one of those urges. Why should there is no first, second, third? But it looks like in childhood you are looking for not immortality, you are looking for happiness. Until you get the hint of death. Then I must live and live forever. Who is struggling? Who was craving for happiness? Child or the I thought? Now who is craving for immortality? The body? No, the same I which was craving for mortality, craving for pleasure, sensation of every kind, power, position, sensation, everything, and the same I shifted the gear. Now I want to be living forever. Come on, let's go for a movie. You have got the, perforated stomach, intestinal disorder, short breath, heart problem. Come on, let's go for a sunrise. You become very, very sensitive. You do not talk of pleasures to a dying man. It's a disrespect to the dying. Will you give a marriage invitation? Leave them alone. They can't come for a marriage. Let's enjoy. Let's not talk about it. That's when there is a death in your family. For 1 year you are not supposed to do any celebration as a respect. But nowadays 1 year is too long. The old man died, young man cannot wait. Come on. I'm not critical. You organize your own life. So you're looking for immortality. And who is that? Again the same I. Just like we saw in the beginning of the class. The same point where a place is, same point the universe is. Same point where the mortality is, same point the immortality is. Same point where the pleasure is, pain is, the same point the pleasure is. If the comfort, discomfort, the same point of the physical body, happiness, unhappiness, if you look at it, the same thought which appears to be unhappiness, same spot in the absence of it, not because of the absence of the thought, but because of the presence of yourself, the happiness. So there is no distance between happiness and the thoughts of unhappy kind or not unhappy kind. Very mark the statement. There is no distance between what you call happiness yourself and the thoughts of two kinds, unhappy kind and not unhappy kind, meaning unhappiness is forgotten. That time don't say you are happy, you are not unhappy. Like a child is not unhappy. Child is not happy. So the growing children, growing people, they alternate between not unhappy, unhappy, not unhappy, unhappy. Don't say happy and unhappy. Happiness is not opposed to unhappiness. Happiness all-inclusive. That immortality is not opposed to mortality. Immortality includes mortality, extension of mortality or sudden mortality. Immortality is not a condition opposed to something. Happiness is not a condition opposed to something. So that is the time the person now crave for mortality, immortality. And who gains the money? Like when you are looking for happiness, who gets all the money? The persons who provide happiness. Toy industry. What toy? Costliest car also toys. Executive jet also is a toy. Billionaires, $1 billion toys. Think. And everybody is craving for that. If only I'll get it. The person who has already got it, he won't tell anybody that this is all useless. Even after getting it, I was not very comfortable. They will not tell that truth to anybody. Listen carefully. Are you getting that? They'll create toys. Busy gathering toys. Best house, best car, best girlfriend, best boyfriend, best food, best song, the music. Totally lost. And then at one time when the death comes, like you can take the example. Those so-called people who are famous, supposed to be celebrity, we have made people celebrities. You don't understand whether it is celebrity or unknown, death touches both. The Apollo, not Apollo, what is that one? Computer, Apple. The person, Steve Jobs, right? Just a name, don't worry about the person now. 40 out. Now the royal family, British royal family, 2 people. So many people understand. When the celebrities are dying, nobody will talk about them. But they're having a good time, everybody talks about them. Don't talk about their misfortune. People may wake up. Think of it, friends. And once you are hot, now you want to live forever. And who makes money? Health industry. Everybody promises. Religious people promise miracle cure. Secular people promise this, they will do that. Nothing wrong. Anyway, we are already into we have fallen in a gutter, learn to swim. So good these things are there. But nobody has prepared us for that. As to who is this I, what is this body, what is this perception, what is this sensation, nobody tells us. Until you are destroyed. If you take the children, suppose you tell the children how to grow up, how to have the good food, good exercise, good everything, not that it will escape death, but that the body will be nice. And a healthy body will be there. And help them understand what death is, what is happiness, what is unhappiness. But these are all in the realm of philosophy. Who wants to study these things? And most philosophies are what? About what? If the secular people think secular establishments will provide you everything, religious establishment thinks your religious belief will protect everything because there is a God and He will protect everybody. So that is, there is a fighting between the religion and the secular. Who you are is neither a religious entity nor a secular entity. Who you are. Part of the secular physical universe. Who you are, a part of the immortality, consciousness all pervasive. As we saw in some classes, the secularist obsession with secular world. And the religious person's obsession with the religious creation and the secularist obsession with creation, secular world. The religious person's obsession with a creator, call it God, whatever XYZ, the individual is sacrificed. So the individual is trained to be rich in the secular world or a believer in a religious world. Self-belief doesn't exist. If the secular man believes his money, his power, position, I must be the governor, president, king, emperor, the religious person, they must believe in that God, and he alone will do that. The person who is selling that faith himself has no faith. And friends, if your strength comes out of a faith, if your strength comes out of anything other than you shall feel challenged in life. Your faith gives you strength, your faith is challenged, you are challenged. That is why terrorists will come and destroy you, because you are challenging their faith. The secular person's faith in money, power, position. So to stick to that power, look at the political battle that is taking place around the world. Communist, non-communist, Democrats, Republicans, this, that one. What is happening? The worst part of it is like a communist type of stuff where the person is sacrificed. For whose sake that particular theory is brought about, that person is sacrificed to protect the system, political system. To protect the political beliefs or systems are created for helping the people. But the person is killed, destroyed, punished if he opposes it. Anywhere. Self-belief is not given either in the secular world or in the religious world. And who looks for it? I am looking for happiness as a child, I am looking for immortality. When the so-called indulgence, fasting or feasting starts giving the hint of the death of the body, suddenly I want to go, know about, I want to be immortal. Is there anybody who can cure me? So $1 billion, $1 trillion hospital industry is there. Whoever provides entertainment becomes rich. Whoever provides the health to enjoy life, they also become rich. Look at the world. But all are helpless. And the knowledge is there. They're looking for, so once you are, as a child you are growing up, when you are healthy and you are also comfortable, naturally this curiosity comes, I must know everything. Listen, I must know everything. Knowledge. And what do you say? What is the most important knowledge? All that you know has been more important, but not the knower. Sir, tell me, who is more important, the person or all that the person knows? Simple. Who is more important? The individual or what the individual has? Knowledge you are looking for. Knowledge means what? How many thoughts you have picked up. How many branches of thought? Hundreds and millions of branches of thought. How many thoughts you have picked up? History, geography, mathematics, language. In every field there is competition. Can you be the last person? No. The best is always yet to come. And knowledge being a field, ever-expanding field. You shall never know everything. But everybody wants to know everything. Because you are not satisfied. The more you want to know, the more you know, the more you discover how much you do not know. Your greater knowledge instills, invokes in you a greater sense of ignorance. Like that one man who said, no, in the ocean of knowledge, in the source of the ocean of knowledge, I collected certain pebbles. Meaning, who can know, sir? And when you are knowing, who is more important? What you know or the knower? You are important or what you are knowing? What you are knowing has been given premium. PhD, the fellow can be a rascal, a rogue. And artists are useless, scientists are better, scientists are useless, artists are better, philosophers are wonderful, this fellow is useless. Hey, what are you doing? All these are all, we are picking up informations. We are looking for knowledge, by knowing which nothing else remains to be known. Fundamental urge. So 3 urges: to know something, to be happy and happy forever. That is how childhood begins, youth begins. And when you get the hint of death, I want to live. Enjoyment no more needed, I want to be alive. Once you discover that, okay, I'm alive, but this body is not going to last. How can I alive forever? Get the knowledge. Because who is this I? which is craving. Because mortality is not a problem. Immortality is not a problem. I am mortal is a problem. I am looking for immortality is a problem. So I is the problem. So what is that something you should know about? I. Who is this I? What is this I? But the I is lost in gathering knowledge of everything. I know history, I know mathematics, I know geography, I know my body physiology, I know outer space, I know the mind, I know, psychic stuff or whatever the thoughts and memories and all these things. So the entertainers, you should watch some of these latest magic. Yesterday I was watching. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I wish I can put it up somewhere, you can see those things, because then you will know. Mentalists, they call themselves mentalists. Mentalist means absolute magic. You will never believe that something is happening in front of you. And they are not trying to be God-man or special blessings from this God or that God, but they read your mind out of the world. Yesterday I saw just like that. Oh, already time is up. Think of it. Just little 5 minutes, we will go tomorrow, we shall see. He brings a paper and says that moment, something like that. Say, I remember the last moment. To cut the story short, he asked a person. The whole audience, that is America has got talent, that AGT. The thousands of people sitting down. He said, all of you hold a dollar, any bill, you hold a bill. And the one person who is around there, he send him, go, get the money from anybody you like, whomsoever you want. He gets the money, brings it, he folds it up. The anchor, the person who is, the people are there, folds it up, puts in his packet. Then he asks the 4 people who are the top people there who are going to give them the judges, ask them, all of you think the best moment of your life. Whatever you want to think, whatever is the best. And they ask, you are thinking of these things? Yes, what was the date? He gives the date. Other person says, we are thinking of something, yes, like this? Yes. Okay. Tell me the date. Both the dates he write down. Mix it, add it up. Number. Ask that fellow who was keeping the dollar bill. Can you believe the dollar bill number is exact like that? How? And the person who he had brought that write-up, moments, the way he had written down, it looked this side moment, when you come and change it that way, the number, he had written it from his house and brought. When people today are mesmerized by these type of things, we think they are looking for immortality. Sensation of amazing kind, pleasures, go to 7-star hotel. Everybody is geared towards it. The whole society today is geared towards that type of sensation. Ordinary sensation is no more enough. In the name of happiness, ordinary sensation is not enough. Every person is trying to become more and more complicated. No security is enough. 50 rupees, 50,000, 50 lakhs, 50 million, 50 billion, 100 billion, nothing. Miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. God forgotten. Truth, self is nonsense. Why are you talking about it? Why? A child who is playing with his toys, tell him, will you look happiness or you want the toys? What shall he say? The person is lost in living. Immortality? Madama, want immortality or extension of mortality? Of course extension of mortality. Immortality I don't believe in, because there is nothing called immortality. What can you do? Mortality, immortality are two natural conditions. A thought, consciousness, two natural conditions. Why are you identifying with the limited and not the limitless? Because the I is lost. Ahankar. One thought. So some are studying religious studies, some are doing secular studies, some are indulgence, some are denial. But the problem still looms large, because one thing is not understood is I. So we shall see that next class. Again, these three urges which are natural to person, to be happy and happy forever, to live and live forever, and to know and know everything, finds the total fulfillment in only one fellow. Who? I. The root of the word I. We shall see that next time, please. Thank you. Close your eyes for a minute. Thank you, friends. Thank you. We'll talk about next class later on.